Hello and welcome back to Webcast News, and just for a quick bit I thought I would wish everyone a happy St Patrick's Day. Today is the patron saint of Ireland's day, where most people just go out for a good night out and to get drunk, and if you can get an excuse to do that, why not? And now going into the news, and first it's some very interesting news, because a Frenchman in his 60s attempted to smuggle his young Russian wife into the EU countries in his luggage. Now, this was between the border of Belarus and Poland that they were discovered, as Polish border control were doing a routine check of an international train that was going through from Moscow to France, and specifically Nice. The check was going ahead, and then they found this Frenchman with a rather large luggage bag, and they became suspicious, opened the bag, and a Russian woman in her 30s was inside the luggage bag, but she said that she was okay. Now, I'm going to point out that the Frenchman and the Russian woman are married, and they told Polish border control that he was smuggling her through because she didn't have a valid visa, so they feared she wouldn't be allowed into the EU countries because Russia isn't part of the European Union, so they have to get a visa to come over and live in a European Union country. However, the Polish guards then told them of a law that because they are married, she would be allowed into the European Union if they could prove their marriage. With one of the guards just saying that if she had been sat next to him on the train and they could prove their marriage, they would have just gone through perfectly fine. So they got caught smuggling illegally, but it wasn't smuggling through because she wasn't illegal. It's slightly confusing. Now, normally, getting caught trying to smuggle your way into an EU country at the Polish borders sees you get a prison sentence of up to 3 years. However, the pair were allowed to go once they proved their marriage, and they decided to return to Belarus. And now for something else a bit different, where 3 judges were fired and 1 resigned in England after they were found to be watching pornography on their judicial IT equipment. I mean, guys, come on, and yes, all 4 of them are guys before you say anything else. There's a time and there's a place. Work isn't it. However, in the investigation, they found that the 4 men were in no way linked, and that the pornographic content that they had been watching on the judicial IT equipment was in no way illegal. However, the investigation concluded that it was unacceptable and inexcusable for judges to misuse their judicial IT equipment, so the 3 of them had been fired and 1 resigned before the results of the investigation were actually told and given out. But again, there's a time and there's a place, and it's mainly in private. I mean, come on. And finally, Kanye West cannot get himself out of the news because he's back in it, and it's not even really his fault this time. Last night, it was announced that Kanye West would be headlining part of the Glastonbury Festival. And if you don't know what that is, if you are from a different country than England, it is a huge music festival that takes place in Somerset. And for those of you that really don't know about the Glastonbury Festival, it normally ends up looking like this. Now, he was only set to headline the Saturday night on the Pyramid stage, and this festival goes on for more than 1 day and has lots of different stages, so you wouldn't necessarily actually have to see him perform. However, a lot of music fans that will be attending Glastonbury have hit out at Glastonbury for getting Kanye West to be a headline act, and around about 17,000 people have signed a petition to stop Kanye West from headlining Glastonbury and to get a rock band in instead. And a few people have said that they will send their Glastonbury ticket back if Kanye West remains as a headline act. I think Mr. West is now gathering that a lot of people don't like you. And on that note, that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a weirder one, but sometimes weird is good. But if you have liked the video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button as well. That's always very nice to see. which doesn't happen very often. But if you really do like this channel, do hit that subscribe button. It'd be really nice to see. And also, as always, thanks for watching.